Hello everyone, welcome to the new video. Today we will talk about 10 celebrities who have changed from rich to poor in the most shocking way. So stay with us till the end. Number 10, 50 Cent. He has a rap career that grew rapidly in the early 2000s, and chart toppers like Candy Shops and Interclub. After the sale of 13 million albums, 50 Cent around the world have not always been predicted to struggle to financial stability. So you can imagine an absolute shock that you felt that the message has been broken in 2015. During 2013 to 2014, it was particularly surprising that a series of successful business ventures in 50 Cent's of $300 million can land. The reason? Well, 50% found himself in hot water from several charges he was forced to pay, including a $17 million payment to Sneak Audio and Dystonia. Leberson covered up a scandal that, coupled with poor money management, caused him to fall from the heights of riches to the lows of poverty. Number 9, Aaron Carter. So many who grew up at the peak of Aaron Carter's career as a teenage superstar. He was popular all over the world and seemed to be infused with millions of fans and money. His fans also knew little about Carter's money flowing in as fast, as it was known to be a luxury in his heyday. From an early age, Carter enjoyed the wealth he gained as a rapper and pop culture personality. But at the beginning of his teens, he made the fatal mistake of not being able to manage his finances well, and was forced to file for bankruptcy and file a $3.5 million debt, which is exorbitant. He was troubled by the tax bill of $1 million. Despite releasing the album in 2018, he is still struggling to regain the wealth he had with us. Number 8, Elizabeth Holmes. Given the dramatic attention of Elizabeth Holmes, a young entrepreneur who ran the new innovative health technology company Theranos, it was hard to see how quickly she fell. In short, the world was full of promises when Holmes was the CEO of a tech company who claimed to have discovered her unique solution to change her blood tests for the better when he was only 19 years old. Not only did they claim to speed up the analysis process for blood tests, but they also said that their method would not require the large amount of blood that conventional tests require. Now, the excitement collapsed when everything Sarah claimed to offer turned out to be a complete lie. At her peak, Holmes had a net worth of $4.5 billion. When everything collapsed, her property plummeted to $0 in an instant. Since then, she has devoted herself to modern history as one of the most disappointing leaders of the era. Number 7, MC Hammer. MC Hammer will be forever remembered as one of the earliest ancestors who made great strides in using rap in popular music. In addition, some of his biggest hits, such as You Can't Touch This and Too Legit to Quit, continue to be heard in dance clubs around the world. But despite the fame of his mega superstar, MC Hammer's legacy has been hurt by the dark shadows of bankruptcy and financial hardship. In 1996, major media sources began to report that anger had bottomed out, a partially controversial statement. However, he admitted that he filed for $13 million in bankruptcy, largely because of his extravagant spending habits that couldn't make up for the low sales and commercial activity of the album. Number 6, Larry King. Larry King has long solidified his position on both day and night radio, but his firm position in the world was at some danger point. More specifically than 1971, when King was charged with being charged against him for stealing $5,000 from his business partner. Despite this small amount, the allegations caused a scandal that caused him to be dismissed from his job and ended up in debt. 1978, he had no choice for printing debt in bankruptcy that had approximately $35 million, and he was able to blame his way from debt. However, as well as what looked like this, there is a lot of fish in the financial history of the King. Number 5, T-Pain. When it comes to the success of rappers who have been successful over the last 2 decades, T-Pain is at the forefront of flow-banging tools like bartenders. I'm overwhelmed and can't believe it. It's hard to imagine that T-Pain experienced a tough financial streak, most of which was pretty tough, at least compared to other financial scandals. However, in an interview with The Breakfast Club, the villain admitted that he wasted about $40 million in his bank. In the end, things got so bad that she had to borrow money from her friends and family and buy Burger King for her children. T-Pain managed to recover, but his financial struggle has always reminded us of the importance of savings. Number 4, Mike Tyson. Alongside heavyweight Muhammad Ali, Mike Tyson is one of the most identifiable and recognizable figures in boxing. He has built a professional career for 20 years, which is characterized by a series of successful record results. Tyson was able to collect millions of impressive fortunes. However, due to the poor financial management of his role throughout his career, most of Tyson's life was plagued by constant financial difficulties. After years of unsuccessful attempts to finance, he finally filed for bankruptcy in 2003 and claimed over $23 million. Number 3, Michael Jackson. Believe it or not, Michael Jackson, the king of pop and the best-selling pop act of all time, wasn't in the best financial position before he died prematurely in 2009. The superstar sold over 350 million albums worldwide between 1985 and 1995. Pop icons cost $100 million a year from record sales and other businesses, sources say. But later in his life, his investment in Neverland Ranch caused a serious financial burden, resulting in him in debt of up to $500 million. Record sales surged after his death. His property was able to correct this negative balance and ensure that the royal heritage of the policeman was in good condition. Number 2, Toni Braxton. How one of the world's R&B divas moved from a millionaire to bankruptcy filing. Despite the public and extensive knowledge of Toni Braxton's financial predicament, every time I hear it, the world is surprised and listens. As she explained in several interviews, Braxton was confused by her record label and believed she received dividends from her record sales and other music-related sources of income. However, these streams did not fail, and after spending millions of dollars on luxury goods like Gucci silverware, Braxton had to face the harsh reality of her bankruptcy, which led to her bankruptcy filing. Number 1, Johnny Depp. As we know, you're most unsuspectingly guilty, and acclaimed actor Johnny Depp is in debt of $40 million. From millions of millionaires to debt, actors in blockbuster movies like Pirates of the Caribbean and Fantastic Beasts can blame managers for not paying taxes on time, like the series of high-interest loans issued for him. But his extravagant lifestyle is also the reason why he has a lot of debt. Which story was the most impressive, from wealth to the dishwasher? Please let us know in the comments. If you haven't done so already, click the like button. Don't forget to subscribe and press the notification bell. Goodbye and until the next video.